All right, so remember when like AI was all about, you know, beating some chess champion?
Right.
Well, things have changed a lot. Like a lot, a lot. AI is stepping into the real world.
Exactly.
That's what we're looking at today. And we have this awesome YouTube video from NVIDIA, the next wave of AI, physical AI. Sounds kind of, ominous, right?
Yeah, it is. Think about it, though. Industries worth trillions, trillions of dollars about to be totally transformed.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like, people listening, they're like, well, is this relevant to me? I'm not like, building robots in my basement, but this is going to impact everybody, like big time.
It is.
So we're going to break it all down. What physical AI is, how it works, and why it matters.
And the video really highlights how this generative AI we keep hearing about, the stuff that makes those crazy pictures and writes the poems and stuff,
Right.
that's like the precursor to all of this.
So generative AI was like the training montage,
Yeah.
and now physical AI is like stepping into the ring, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so let's get down to it. What is it that makes physical AI so different?
Well, it's all about embodiment.
Okay.
It's taking those super powerful AI algorithms and basically putting them into robots that can work in the real world. So it's not just software in the cloud anymore. It's about actual machines that can perceive, they can make decisions, and then act on those decisions out in the world.
And they had some pretty wild examples, right, in the video.
Absolutely.
Like, what was that, James? The digital human?
Oh, yeah.
It's like straight out of, some sci-fi movie. And what's really interesting is the role that NVIDIA is playing in all of this. Like, they've made all these tools specifically for building and deploying physical AI.
Yeah, they've got the whole pipeline covered, starting with training these models to getting them out there in the real world. They have DGX, which is like this crazy, powerful supercomputer designed for training AI models like at warp speed. Then there's Omniverse, which is where things get really wild.
Omniverse, yeah. Yeah, that one really blew my mind. It's like a whole virtual universe for robots.
It is. Think of it, it's like a hyper-realistic video game engine, but instead of rendering graphics for, Call of Duty or whatever, it simulates like the actual laws of physics with insane precision.
Okay.
And that's critical because it lets developers create this like safe space to train and test these physical AI systems.
So they can basically let the robots loose in this virtual world, let them make their mistakes, learn from them, get better, and without, causing any real world damage.
Exactly. And that's where Isaac Lab comes in. It's this virtual training ground inside of Omniverse, but it's specifically for robots. Think of it like boot camp for AI.
So you're telling me they can teach a robot how to, I don't know, assemble a car engine in this virtual world, and then it can go out and do that in a real factory.
That is the goal.
Right.
They can even create, digital twins of actual real world environments like factories or even whole cities. In fact, they showed one in the video called Mega, which was a digital twin of a whole factory.
Wait, hold on. A digital twin. So you're saying a virtual replica of the real thing?
Yeah.
Down to every little detail.
Exactly. And developers can use these digital twins to test out changes. They can optimize workflows, even experiment with new robot designs, all without stopping actual production. It's this giant sandbox where you can play around with all these possibilities before you actually commit to anything in the real world. Super efficient.
Okay, I'm starting to see the potential here. But what's going on inside the digital twin? How does the actual learning process happen? What is it that makes the robots smarter?
So picture this. You got a robot in the digital twin, right? It's got simulated sensors, just like it would have in the real world, and it uses these sensors to get information about what's around it. Then it's got this AI brain, right? Analyzes all this information, it makes decisions based on its programming and goals, and then it translates those decisions into actions.
So it's constantly taking in information, processing it, making a decision, and then taking action, all in this virtual world.
Exactly. And every action the robot takes, it has consequences, right?
Right.
Just like it would in the real world. And the robot learns from those consequences. It refines its actions over time. And that's what makes this so powerful. It's like accelerated evolution for robots.
So this is way more than just cool tech.
Yeah.
What are the implications for, the real world? Because we're seeing these headlines, right? Robots taking jobs. And I know people are thinking about, what's the future going to look like?
Well, it's true. Physical AI is going to automate certain tasks that humans currently do. But the flip side is it's also going to create whole new industries and jobs.
Right.
think about all the people you're going to need to design, build, maintain, and program these systems.
Yeah.
And the applications go way beyond, just manufacturing. Like, remember in the video, they talked about how physical AI is already being used in self-driving cars, healthcare, logistics, even things like, search and rescue.
Right, right.
I mean, the video was mostly focused on industrial applications, but it makes you wonder, right? What other parts of our lives are going to be transformed by this in the next few years? Are we going to have robots helping us, with our daily chores, assisting surgeons in the operating room? Are they going to be exploring the ocean floor? I
Well,
mean, it's a pretty wild time to be alive.
it really is. It feels like we're at the very beginning of something huge. Thanks for breaking it down. This has given me a lot to think about. And for anyone listening, we want to know what you think. What are the possibilities? What are you worried about? Hit us up in the comments. Let us know what you think about this whole physical AI thing.